the Diddy charges that got dropped?
I'm not joyous.
No, you hype as shit. Stop.
I'm not.
Hype as shit.
I'm not hype at all.
You hype as shit.
We were talking about charges that didn't make sense.
Yeah. Getting out.
You was wild.
That it's not about
Hear
anyone
me
getting out. No, because the thing is, we're talking about being correct. That's crazy.
We ain't
No,
going nowhere.
bro.
We
Not guilty
They're
and I'm
saying-
filthy.
nowhere. We can't be stopped now.
Cause it's bad boy for life.
Down, down.
I'm not happy at all because obviously the nigga's a monster. Like seeing what he did to
Newspaper
Cassie
said
and
I
all this
did.
other shit.
He ain't do it.
Yeah,
Let's
but
But let's get it. Take
Yo.
this money. Take this money. Ain't no way you can take this from me. Ain't shit funny.
Go ahead, Reg. My nigga, celebrate, man.
It's your time you want to.
Celebrate, nigga. It's your time. What you mean? You might get invited to the after party, nigga.
yeah, fish and spaghetti.
The release party, my
So-
nigga.
Crazy
listen.
after party.
You were.
It's gonna be crazy.
And now
That sounds like something that y'all eat.
Party.
Huh?
Hang on, party.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Oh,
after party.
yeah.
But Reg, why you ain't never party with me though? Woo! The climate controlled baby oil box. Did you see that? That is, you can't let him out.
Oh, he's not going nowhere, but
Yo,
Nah, he can't.
yeah.
not going nowhere.
They're saying
They
now
gotta put him somewhere.
the max.
Yeah.
The
No way-
max
no
now,
way out.
if he does get locked up, they said the max is 7 years.
No way out. It's the name of the album for
That's
a
crazy.
reason. You cannot let this nigga on this.
So
coming out.
the problem with everything, like I was saying before, was because they're saying
Niggas don't matter that wherever
the
you are.
prosecution, they rested their case, and the defense is pretty much like the
That's all
jury
y'all
is
got.
leaning, huh?
And the prosecutor, the defense is basically like, that's all y'all got?
Oh,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you about to
There's
turn
there's
up.
nothing else
Yeah, they didn't even call a witness or nothing. They didn't even go to the stand. They was like, that's all y'all got? All right, cool.
because the jury is actually leaning more towards the defense supposedly.
Of course.
Because again, they weren't able to prove
Yes.
what
Rico.
they were charging him with.
Correct. You were right, Reg. We agree with you, my nigga.
Okay.
They didn't call any of the witnesses that they thought they were going to call that they really needed for RICO.
The defense, you saying?
No, the prosecutors. It's like the prosecutors didn't call like
It seemed like
his
both
assistant
sides.
and like
Yeah.
other stuff that was like really.
Yeah. It
Yo,
seemed like both sides.
you know,
didn't call all the.
the
people.
prosecution really themselves up bringing that last mystery witness up there because a lot of the shit she was saying put in a position of like, wait, hold on. So what you're saying is he said you were good to go, and you said, nah, wait.
Where the niggas is that?
Wait, nah. Back out the bread.
I think it's the all white wig, the white facial hair, them stupid ass like smock sweater shits he's wearing in there.
Yeah.
Like, dog, that shit screams innocence.
I don't think that's
Gotta
it.
let this nigga out.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah, man.
Son aging rapidly in prison, no
See,
no
like,
doubt.
The big ass
Definitely
sweater.
aging
that-
like Obama.
huh?
He definitely aging like Obama in the White House.
Is he? We haven't seen him.
They're
Yeah,
saying
they show
There's no
pictures.
pictures.
Yes,
well, the
there is.
painting.
no, they're not actual pictures. Those are all AI. They're fake.
Oh,
Yeah,
word?
there's no pictures
Yeah.
of him.
The
I
paintings
don't think
look
so,
bad,
my
but
nigga. I don't think so.
Yeah. But they're saying he's
It's just the
rapidly
drawings.
aging. But I feel like,
Nah, I'm
he doesn't
saying
have.
He might be right. Maybe
the
they are
care
AI.
system.
He
Yeah.
be looking like a vampire in the face. And shit,
Yeah.
but this clothing always looks soft and like real Williams and Sonoma, nigga. You know what I mean?
Because it's what you call it. There's no cameras. It's just whatever people.
Yeah, it's
White
the
House,
drawing.
black market. They look like you just went in there and went crazy.
Yo, that's
Sonoma
mad
goods.
funny. People don't remember White House.
Well, he's
Because
almost 60,
there's-
right?
55.
Yeah.
There's a statute of limitations on domestic charges and shit like that.
Domestic.
And then
Don't sound
the
ignorant.
problem is like
That's how he
everyone-
says it, see? It's not ignorance. That's just
I know.
so
I
everyone
said that.
everyone has a
Get the dough, nigga. You heard him.
everyone has
AZ.
the
Word. You know who that is?
yeah.
You know
So-
who AZ is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's a rapper.
Oh, he is. He is. Where you from?
I think he's from Philly or some shit, right?
No.
No? My bad.
Hell no.
Oh, I thought he was from Philly.
Do or
Alright.
Die is his album.
I don't know the album. I just know he's a rapper.
Yeah.
So they were talking about
got
like
it.
you know how all of us when they were talking about he blew up Kid Cudi's car and in our minds we was like, yo, this nigga was really blowing up cars.
Yeah.
And then people saw it was like, oh, your seat was on fire.
He dropped the blunt
Like
in the car.
I think when niggas look
waters it all
at
down.
the story and then we start engaging with the like, wait a second.
Logic.
So nobody wants to take any type of accountability in terms of like our behavior. And I know I get crucified in the comments because people are like, oh no, but so what you're telling me is when we're engaging in text messages, just believe the text messages that make me look good. The ones that don't make me look good are totally not my fault. When I was taking the money and traveling the world, that wasn't coercion, or was it coercion? Like, I don't understand.
Hold on, but Reg, some of this shit is criminal though. I get what you're saying.
No,
You're
obvious-
making a valid point.
Yeah.
However, like when Shorty's on the fucking pool table and they got her on tape and son goes straight to the anus, my nigga, that was illegal, son. That's not what Shorty came through for, man.
No.
Nah.
That's not what I'm
a
talking
crime.
about. That's
so,
a crime.
So son needs to
Yeah.
go sit for that.
Yeah.
There's a
I
place for
agree
niggas
with
like
that. Let's charge you with what you did.
Yeah,
as
but
criminal.
hold on. So what's enough? There's no reason for him to hit the strip ever again.
Okay, no. What I'm saying is, niggas aren't advocating for Diddy to get out.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, we're engaging in, though the justice system isn't built on who's like good as a person or who's well or whatever. It's what can you prove, and did someone break the law?
Yeah.
Right? There are plenty of innocent people that are in jail, and there's plenty of guilty people that are out. So once we've established that this isn't about like real justice, this is about who could prove who's right or whatever. It's like, nigga, this is like a legal version of what we doing here. Except there are real consequences. When we done debating here, niggas just go home. Over there, when the debate is finished, somebody has to go sit somewhere, unfortunately. They weren't able to prove their case, and it doesn't make any sense.
I was fucking with you to the unfortunate because there's not. He caused a lot of this misfortune himself.
Okay.
Scraping shit is a problem, Reg.
I agree with you.
So I agree that they didn't prove the counts of which shouldn't be larger to me, right? The scrape was enough, right? That nigga gotta go, dog, right? So simply by putting yourself at the scene, like it's just not enough to be taking shit, to me.
But I'm not arguing that.
I understand, but what I'm saying is the larger crimes, right? The RICO and all that would have kept son for 50 and 30 and whatever. Those shouldn't be larger crimes to me, because if they can prove one time that you scraped something, that's enough.
But they weren't able to prove it. I don't even think scrape was one of the charges, was it? I think it was.
Sex trafficking is a charge.
Yeah.
They still kept the RICO.
Yeah.
Arson is now a charge.
No, or they
dropped
dropped
the
arson.
That's one
And
of
no
the
one's no one's tripping about that. You dropped the
Yeah.
blunt in the whip, no one's tripping.
Yeah.
I truly don't give a fuck.
I'm
So
trying
that's
to
what I'm
find the
saying.
exact charges. Y'all keep talking. I'll pull them up.
Yo,
Just-
they said it was
I'm
kidnapping.
interject.
So there was never anything proven about him actually taking no pussy,
No,
ever.
that wasn't even a charge.
That's wild.
That was in the documentary where
that's
the
what
lady
this-
claimed it.
Yeah. And
And-
she's not even on there. She's not
Yeah,
on
no,
the
she's not even a
Oh,
witness.
wow. Did she get paid off or something?
Nah, I don't.
Or
But why
she,
wouldn't they
she
have her
wasn't able
story?
to prove it or whatever. I don't
just
know.
feel like her story was compelling, son.
Yeah.
Like she should have been on the stage.
My thing is, I
She coulda said-
I
She could have said no, that she didn't want to go through it, or it could have been,
But after the video, after the movie about it,
Yeah.
like why wouldn't you? What?
and it could just be they didn't call it because it doesn't fit into.
Align with what they're saying.
Yeah, because it's
That's the most.
Or they
egregious
can't-
charge though. Is the scraping.
you gotta be
Everything
able
else
to
is
prove
like-
it.
Well, real quick, it says ahead of their closing arguments, they remove instructions that related to attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, and aiding and abetting sex trafficking. They will still focus on forced labor, some sex trafficking portions of the charge. There's still a RICO in play.
oh,
RICO is still in play. They're saying he still faces a minimum of 15 years and a maximum of life, based on the charges that remain.
I mean, for some reason, I still feel like they're gonna find a way to let this nigga rock.
Oh no, he doing.
I feel like he might get time served with probation or something, like best case maybe. But the problem is a lot of times I feel like, and you guys could disagree with me, when they bring charges against people, I think they feel like the charges are going to be so substantial that you're just going to buckle and try to do a plea deal,
Yeah,
and they're
not-
not going to really have to.
Not a nigga with that kind of cash. That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah, some people do. Some people just go for the deal.
I get it's very intimidating. You're right.
Yeah.
However, not with that kind of chicken.
every picture of him
same
looks.
shit
And
for
then
A$AP
they had witnesses that dropped out.
Oh, remember the ASAP shit? We was
Yeah.
both on
Nigga
the
was
side
like,
of
take
no,
the
you gotta
plea,
take that. You gotta
the
take
plea.
that.
For what? I got the bread.
And that nigga fought it and won. Got it up out of here. Too.
I still agree with what I said, nigga. You don't risk everything.
Well, he did it. He won.
Yeah.
I guess if you got
Good
that
for him.
kind of bread. And, like, it was a very weak case. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they threw that shit out wild fast.
Dog, my nigga, I'm not like that big of a gambler. So I mean, yeah, I mean you could go for it, but I would have took the short bet.
You know the crazy part? If this motherfucker does get out, they let him go, he's gonna try to act like he's Diddy still.
He is going to be Diddy.
I don't think so.
I think that
He's gonna
nigga's
be
gonna
Diddy.
lay low.
Nah. He's going to be
I
Diddy
think
still.
I think
Man,
he's
it's-
done up.
After all
He's
this
gonna stand on
craziness-
top of a car outside of the courthouse.
Correct. What's wild is, think about it, though, all the support still.
Yeah.
There's people that show up there every day lying and wilding, and I seen somebody say, Justin, I named my firstborn after you, man. Now, this was a 50-something-year-old black man. He just didn't know what to say to Puff Daddy's kid. So he just said that because the nigga was walking, and he was like, yo, Justin, yo, I named my kid after you, man.
My son,
I
that's older
swear
than
to God,
you.
son. Not a kid 30. What do we do? I swear he said that. Niggas are infatuated with success and fame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to give Puffy the treatment they should.
Did you see the
I think he's
Lion?
gonna be on some Russell Simmons shit where it's like
Nah, I think
people
that's still gonna
tolerate his existence.
Full-blown
but I
star
don't think so.
still.
I don't think so.
I
don't
think he's gonna be in jail.
Huh?
I think he's gonna be in jail.
That's a possibility too.
No, no,
But motherfuckers aren't as like high on their horse as you think.
Did you see the blind nigga
They gonna accept him.
outside the courthouse shooting a music video,
Nah,
rapping a verse about Diddy?
nah. That's funny.
Hilarious.
A blind nigga
'cause-
shooting a rap video is already funny.
I do think the black community is a little bit more like
Lenient?
forgiving
Lenient.
of certain shit like that because if you look at Louis C.K. or Aziz Ansari, them niggas really went away. Like I think Aziz has a movie coming out, but like nigga had a very awkward bad date and his career was done.
We're the most forgiving people on earth, though.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But I think it's like we give ourselves a bit of grace because of what the outside world does to us. It's like we kind of try to hold each other down to a
You know
certain
what's
degree.
crazy? I totally disagree. I feel like we're more forgiving than everybody but us.
But
that's what I think.
yeah.
100%.
Case by case.
Totally disagree.
Yeah.
Because look at R.
How,
Kelly.
how fast they
He
flip.
pissed on a kid. and
People
niggas
still listen to
fuck
that
him.
music.
But hold on. Listening to the music, like I said, I'm always a fan, a proponent of separate the art from the artist. That goes for everything. Like Mike come out today and start freaking off, doing anything. He's beating kids, he's killing people, whatever he's doing. I'm still wearing the mics, my nigga.
Oh,
Like,
shit,
I'm
I
wearing
was-
sneakers.
I was thinking something. Never.
Jordan, man.
Yeah.
Jordan.
This nigga here, man. You a freaky ass nigga, man, for real.
Yeah. Mike in the ground,
but,
bro.
Freaky ass nigga.
But niggas like R. Kelly's music. I didn't hear much.
Thanks for watching. For more content, please check out these videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And all of the good stuff is actually on our Patreon. Go subscribe.
What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought? What you thought?